welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today I am going to be talking about some other reasons. It's agoraphobic related, but kind of some other reasons why I don't really go out much. And it really has to do with financial reasons. This is kind of going to be a tough thing for me to talk about. I am going to be talking about money. If that makes you upset or anything, maybe this isn't the best video for you to watch. If you don't like people talking about money. So I understand. So, yeah, hi, if you are new here, my name is Jennifer. I do usually talk about makeup related stuff. I am going to be doing a get ready with me, and I do lots of subscription box unboxings, and I do throw in a cooking video here and there, and I also talk about mental health issues like today. And this does have a lot to do with my mental health and kind of getting back on track with my mental health, because I did used to have a serious issue. And yeah, if you're into any of that, or say you're into all of that, then I would love it if you would hit subscribe and tap that notification bell, set it to all, so that you're notified every time that I upload a new video. Okay, so I'm not going to be talking about the makeup much, but I will show you I am using this Ofra signature palette. It is their Symphony palette, so that is what it looks like. I will be doing my eyes first. I usually do one eye on camera and one eye off camera, then I come back and do the rest of my makeup. So let's go ahead and get started. I have never tried an Ofra palette, an Ofra eyeshadow palette before. I've tried their highlighters, but I've never tried their eyeshadows before. And I guess they usually start with a highlighter, and the highlighter is called Blissful. I actually could read that for once. And it is in small tiny print. But anyway, if you don't know, I am agoraphobic. I have trouble going outside of my house. I do go outside sometimes. I am trying to get better. I am working on it. I have made some major recoveries. I don't know what you call it. I'm not recovered, but I have hit some major goals. I have made some major setbacks. I am a work in progress. But one thing I find hard is to find things, places to go, things to do that involve not spending money. I would like to go out and do more exercising outside and doing things more outside, but let's be honest, we keep talking about fall, but it's still technically summertime, and I just want to go out and take a 15 to 20 minute walk without coming home covered in buckets of sweat. Not my idea of a good time. So, until the weather cools down, I am not really into that. But I do want to start going out and getting more exercise when the weather does cool down. Until then, my outside activities really revolve doing things related to money, except things like going and visiting my parents, which I plan to do more of. But other than that, going out involves a lot of money. And I'll tell you something, and a long time ago I talked about this on my channel when it came to doing sales and stuff like that. I am a recovering shopaholic. And kind of in the same vein, my husband is kind of too. We used to have lots of credit card debt. We used to spend lots of money. I used to be not into makeup, really. I used to be into buying clothes and shoes and purses. And we had some really high limit credit cards. And we just used to put everything on those credit cards. And I owned a business. I owned a restaurant. And I had a credit card for that restaurant too that I ran up. We were not paying off the balances like you're supposed to do. And we just kept spending. And then things kind of took a turn. Aaron lost his job. My business started going under. And things really got kind of bad. I'm just using my finger today. So yeah, things really were not looking good for us. So we had to, well, my business went under. So I had a big bank loan with a bank as well for my business. So I had to close up my shop. I just turned the key and handed the keys over to the bank and said, everything is yours. I didn't have a chance to like sell all my stuff or try to liquidate anything or anything like that. I just or really get to keep anything. I kept a few items for sentimental reasons, but everything else I just handed over to the bank. And so yeah, and so the bank wouldn't try to sue me or try to come after me for the rest of the money. And because we couldn't keep up with our credit card bills, we had to file for bankruptcy. So, and that's really hard for me to talk about because, I mean, regular people do it all the time. I know that, but it's still really hard for me to admit. Okay, I am going to go offline and do the other eye, and I will be right back. Okay, and there are the eyes, and okay, let's keep on trekking. And so, yeah, makeup back then just wasn't my thing. Like I said, I used to go to Ulta. I never stepped foot in a Sephora. I thought Sephoras were like for makeup artists. But I did go to Ulta, but I thought like Urban Decay and Benefit were like the top of my makeup pyramid. Anything else was for rich people. And other than that, I always bought my makeup in the drugstore section, or actually at the drugstore, or at the grocery store. So I wasn't into makeup. I had my little naked palette, and I was happy. But anyway, so yeah, we had to file for bankruptcy about. Time really has no meaning to me anymore. I was trying to think back to how long ago it was, and it had to have been 4 or 5 years ago. Coming in December, it'll have been 4 years since I closed the tea room. So, probably 4 years then. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at myself in the mirror. So, we kind of learned fast to stop spending money the hard way. We had no more credit cards. I can't remember if this was before or after we sold the house. I don't know. But we had to sell the house mainly because Aaron had lost his job and we needed money. And thankfully, my brother had this house for us to rent. So we didn't have to worry about getting our credit checked. Which, I mean, that's what happens when you go bankrupt. Your credit goes in the trash. We got to keep our cars, which now all our cars are paid off. We're about to sell one of them. But nowadays, we only have one credit card with a very low limit, and we only use that for emergency purposes. And so, as far as my shopping addiction goes, I had to learn the hard way that I can't shop anymore. So I can't say that I am fully recovered. One thing about this powder is it is way too yellow for me. So that's why I look very yellow. But nowadays, I do only pay for everything with cash, with my debit card. I have my own little account. We do budget very nicely. And I get a little beauty budget. So every month I have a set amount of money that I can spend on, like, my subscription boxes, and other stuff that I want to buy. And it's all paid for with cash. So I don't have to feel guilty about it. Because when you have credit cards, the amount of guilt, when you're not paying them off, the amount of guilt that you feel, or at least that I would feel, was so, just weighed on me so much. So that leads me to another reason that I don't go out, and that's because I usually spend most of my money online. So and most of our money is budgeted. So we don't have a lot of money for entertainment purposes, going out, things like that. So if we want to go out, we have to think of it ahead of time. Like weeks ahead of time. I just can't tell Aaron, hey, I want to go to Ulta today. I have to save my money up. Think ahead of time and think, okay, I'm gonna go to Ulta next month. This is what I'm spending on subscription boxes. And so this is what I'm gonna have left over. So I can spend this much at Ulta. I pretty much plan out at the beginning of every month how I'm gonna spend my money. Okay, I'm using this Better Than Sex mascara today for the first time, and I don't know. Have y'all ever tried it? What do y'all think of it? I think it's just okay. Another thing about this powder is it makes me feel like I have a lot of makeup on. I guess because it's supposed to be a foundation and not just a powder, so it feels like I have 2 layers of foundation on. I guess that's the problem. Okay. I feel like really made up. Okay, I'm going to go off camera and fix my hair, and then I will be right back. Okay, here is the final look. What do I think of this palette? Well, it's another purple palette where I would say, well, some companies, purples are hard to make for some companies. And for Ofra, I think purples are hard for them to make. And it's just an okay palette. Here is how my eye look turned out. And it was just okay. An okay palette. So what were other things I used besides shopping? Well, I had to find other hobbies to do. This was when my kids were a lot younger, so we planned play dates with the kids. We just found other hobbies to do that didn't require a lot of money. I mean, rereading books. I like to do that. This was back when I was still working, like in 2019. I found a lot of joy in my work that I did, but then all of this other stuff happened. 2020 happened. My agoraphobia happened, and things like that. I mean, you just kind of learn to live with it. I mean, and things always happen for a reason. That is really my belief. And I think I am in a better place because of what happened. And, yeah, so, it's very hard to talk about, but, yeah, I just want to talk about it. So if any of you have been through it, know that you're not alone. Yeah, I still spend most of my money on beauty stuff, but I don't spend it. I used to spend like I would drop like $500 for a purse, like at the Coach store. I don't do that anymore. I don't buy expensive shoes and expensive clothes anymore. And so I've become a lot better at spending money not on expensive things. I do buy the occasional mid-sized palette, things like that. I buy things that aren't worth it, sure, but things that still make me happy. But like I said, I always use cash, and we are not in any more credit card debt or anything like that anymore. So yeah, choose how you want to spend your money, however you want to. And yeah, Okay, alright, I will stop talking now. Okay, if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. If you have anything to say, leave it in the comments down below. And I hope you are having a wonderful, fantastic day out there today. If you're not, I hope something comes along and sparks your day so that you can have a wonderful, fantastic day. If you're having an especially hard time, know that I am thinking about you and sending you out those good vibes. Just remember to stay strong, stay healthy, and stay safe out there. And I will see you, I'll see you in my next video. I don't know when that will be, but I will see you again soon. Okay, goodbye.